Hello guys, and welcome back to another tutorial. This is going to be how to fill out the Calculating My GPA worksheet. Now, each one of you got your own individual copy of this worksheet, and you will be filling it out based on the grades that you see in Infinite Campus. If you're not sure how to log into Infinite Campus, I have also provided the video for you on our Google Classroom assignment that will show you how to log in. If you're having difficulty with your password, please just let me know and I'll put you on the updated password list for Mr. Wright. But in the meantime, just go ahead and use your grades from progress reports. So some of you guys may have grades that have been updated since progress reports, but some of you may still only know your progress report grade. And that's fine. Just go ahead and use whatever grades you most know, or if you can assume, if you have an idea of what your grade may be in that class, go ahead and fill that in. What I'm going to be doing is filling this out for you and showing you how based on random grades that I'm going to be making up. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. Go ahead and do the same thing. There's a little magnifying glass in your toolbar, and you can go ahead and click on that, and we'll see the instructions are here for you on the page. You don't necessarily have to put your name on it because when you turn in your worksheet, it will already tell me who submitted it. So no need to do that, but let's go ahead and go to the portion where it says grades. So step one, you're going to fill in your grades below. So we have all 7 of your classes. English would be your language arts grade, math, history, science, AVID, PE, and then whichever other elective class that you have. So I'm just going to put in some random grades here. I'm going to say I got a B in English, a C in math, an A in history, an A in science, a B in AVID, an A in PE, and a C in my elective class. So you're going to go through, and based on the grades that you see in Infinite Campus, you're going to fill this section in. Now your grades will look differently than the grades that I put on mine, and that's perfectly okay. Remember, for the purpose of this, we're just going through and showing you how to fill it out, but you should be using your exact grades, okay? Not the grades that I'm putting in here. So step 1, fill in your grades below. Step 2, you're going to count how many of each grade you have. So based on this list for what I filled in for my responses, I'm going to look and say how many grades here do I have that are A's? Well, I have 1 A here, 2 A, and 3 A's. So in this section for A, I'm going to put 3. I had 3 total A's. So now I'm going to do that same step for the rest of my letter grades. I have 2 B's out of my classes, so I'm going to put in the number 2. And I also have 2 C's. So if we look here, that's going to make a total of 7 because you have 7 total classes, right? 2, 4, and then 4 plus 3 is 7. I don't have any D's or F's. So what I can do is if you don't have a certain letter grade, like I only had A, B, and C's on my grades. For D, you can either put in 0 or you can just leave it blank. Okay, leaving it blank is also acceptable. Okay, so step 1, you're going to fill in which grades you have. What are your current grades so far this semester? And then step number 2, you're going to count how many of each grade you have by looking at this list here. So if we scroll down, step number 3 is to multiply each grade that you received by the value listed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in how many A's, B's, C's, D's, and F's I have. So let's fill in that section first. So according to my grades above, I have 3 A's, 2 B's, and 2 C's. I can put in zeros for my other boxes. That's fine. So I have my grades here. Now, each one of your grades is given a certain point value. So every time you receive an A on your report card or your progress report, you're getting 4 points. Every time you have a B, you earn 3 points. Every time you have a C, you earn 2 points. Every time you have a D, you earn 1 point, and F's, you don't get any points. And so this is how we start calculating our GPA, which is our grade point average. So what you're going to do is take the total number of each grade that you have and multiply it by the number of points that it's worth. So A's are worth 4 points each. So what I'm going to do is multiply my 3 A's times 4, which is going to give me 12. I'm going to take my 2 B's and multiply it by 3 points because each B is going to give me 3 points each. So 2 times 3 is going to be 6. I'm going to do it again for my C's. I had 2 C's and I'm multiplying that by 2 because each C is worth 2 points, and that's going to give me 4. For D's and F's, I didn't have any, so 0 times 1 is going to be 0 still, and 0 times 0 again is 0. Okay, so you're taking the total number of each grade that you have and multiplying it by the number of points that it's worth. Okay, so again, remember that each letter grade gives a different point value. So A's are worth 4 points, B's are worth 3 points, C's worth 2 points, D's worth 1 point, and F's are worth 0. Okay, after we've calculated the multiplication here between our grade and the number of points we earned for each one, we're going to add up the total for step 4. So 12 plus 6 is going to give me 18. 18 plus 4 is going to be 22. So my total grade points is 22. Okay, after step 4, we're going to find the average. Now the average is also like finding the mean. You're taking the total amount of points and dividing it by the number of classes that we have. So I've earned 22 total points and I have 7 classes. So I'm going to take 22 and I'm going to divide it by the number of classes that I have, which is 7. So 22 divided by 7 is going to equal 3.14. And that is going to be my final GPA. So again, make sure that you're using your updated grades from Infinite Campus. You're going to count how many of each letter grade you have. You're going to take those numbers and multiply them by each letter's point value. You're going to add up the total amount of grade points that you've earned. And then the final step is to take the total amount of grade points that you earned and divide it by number of classes that you have, which is going to be 7. That's going to come up with your final GPA score.